All right, so you see this particular case, I'm about to write a petition. After I tell you the case, I'll write petition. And this petition is going to be based on forgery because this person in question, Mr. Kevin Onya Eze, apparently, based on the evidence I have on ground, forged a document in order to steal another person's bulldozer. Now, before I go further, to Omoye Leshowore, better prepare yourself for another protest because somebody will go to jail and you go need to protest for this one. But you see crime in this country, we go tackle them, especially criminalities. So Omoye Leshowore, prepare. Now, the truth is, Nigerians that live in diaspora, Nigerians who they know they stay for Nigeria, oftentimes they have been taken advantage of by the people that live in Nigeria. Or the people in diaspora that frequently come to Nigeria, they always take advantage of the Nigerians that don't regularly come to Nigeria. And this is one of those cases. So let me break it down. This case is between one Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze and a widow, Mrs. Joy Chinyere Aneke. Now, how did it start? Ms. Joy Chinyere Aneke said she wants to start a business called Clinical Research. And she was talking to her daughter about it. So the daughter was coming to Nigeria. She was coming to Abuja. And then when she got to Abuja, because her and her mother have already discussed the business, she was in the midst of her friends. And then she brought up the business and said, oh, my mother is trying to go into a business called Clinical Research. So one or two persons, after they talked about the matter, one of them said, oh, I know somebody. The person also lives in the US. So you people are in luck. The name of the person is Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze. So they exchanged contacts and the daughter returned back to the US. When she returned back to the US, they called Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze. And Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze, living in Hawaii, said, there's no problem. I have the right connection to help you. Now, because it's business, you know, they will frequently call so that they will plan. As they were planning, weeks into the planning, the woman got a call from Enugu because her husband that died, her husband will get money. So they have a lot of properties, including a bulldozer, a Caterpillar bulldozer. So they called her from Enugu that they've stolen your Caterpillar, but we caught the thief. And this Caterpillar is in the custody of the police in Enugu. So the woman said, okay, I will need to come and get it. So she had been making calls to try to get the Caterpillar. Police no they release the Caterpillar. So she now mentioned it to this Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze. Mr. Kelvin Onya Eze said, don't worry, we are going to get the Caterpillar from the hands of the police. You are in luck. My mother that lives in Abuja is very connected to the Nigerian police. She knows the Inspector General of Police. She knows the Commissioner. All they have to do is to just go to Enugu. And when my mother goes to Enugu, she'll collect the Caterpillar. Then this Ms. Chinyere said, okay, no problem. Let's speak to your mother. They spoke to the mother. The mother said, okay, she's going to Enugu. The mother got to Enugu. Sadly, the mother does not really have that connection. So it took them about some weeks again, back. Eventually, the police agreed to release the bulldozer to them. When the police agreed to release the bulldozer, after the bulldozer was released, then this Kelvin now suggested that, see, there's no point leaving your bulldozer in Enugu. There's no business going on in Enugu when it comes to construction because it was like in 2023. So I would advise you to bring this bulldozer to Abuja where there's a lot of construction going on. And I can have somebody in Abuja handle it because the both of us are living in the US. Then the woman said, okay, that's a very perfect idea. So there's no problem. Let them take the Caterpillar to Abuja. And that was how these people were able to take the Caterpillar to Abuja. If the woman called, how far this business? What's going on? The guy will say, you know, they are working. The Caterpillar is not really balanced. You know, it has a lot of issues, but they are using it to work. They will know we are using it to work. Few weeks into this, the guy called back. Kevin Onya Eze called Mrs. Chinyere and said, Miss Chinyere, my mother have passed on. Mrs. Chinyere was sad and said, your mother that I just spoke to last week. Oh, sorry. Then immediately they started preparing for the funeral. So as they were preparing for the funeral, coincidentally, that same period was when Miss Chinyere wanted to go and do her husband's remembrance. So she also needed to come to Nigeria. As they got to Nigeria, they planned, when they were coming, they needed to buy cow, chicken, and everything for their celebration. Because when they do funeral, this other one is doing remembrance. So the guy suggested, Kevin Onya Eze suggested to her and said, Miss Chinyere, do you know what we are going to do? Let us join money together. Let's go to the north because cows are cheap in the north. We are going to buy chicken in the north and buy everything. And then when we come back, we can do this thing together. So the woman came, she agreed. When they got to Nigeria, they paid for all those things. Then the guy said he does not have a fridge. He does not have refrigerator where he's going to store those things. He does not have stove for cooking and everything. The woman said, oh, I have in my apartment, in my house in Enugu, you can go and carry. So he went there, he picked those things. After I picked it, they did all the events, and it was time for the woman to go back to the US, right? So the woman was going back to the US, said, because I want to go to the US, let's go to Abuja, right? When we go together, you go and show me where the caterpillar is. The guy said, he needs to wait in Enugu because a lot of people are visiting him. So he won't stay in Enugu. The man said, but we can still go and come back. I said, no. That the caterpillar is in safe hands. Right? So that was how this woman flew. She went back to the US. So when she got back to the US, they called her and said, oh, the bottles that were used for the event, that they want to pack the bottles. The woman said, okay, pack it now. They said the guy told them that she's going to give them 350,000 naira. And the woman said, 350,000 naira for what? You are meant to drink from the bottle, all this hero bottle, beer and all that. You're meant to drink from the bottle, return it to the crate and you take it back. Then they now confirmed to the woman that it was the guy that told them that the woman is going to pay for that. And the woman said, wow, really? She said, yes. Eventually, she called the guy and said, why are they asking me money for bottle? Then those people left. So immediately, the woman started getting in touch in her spirit that, it be like, say, this boy no be better person. She will now call him, Alpha, waiting day, Alpha, waiting day. She now also remembered that the boy's mother, before she passed on, she told her that, see, this is my son and this is your caterpillar. I don't want a situation where you people will bring me into Wahala tomorrow. I think you should sell this caterpillar. Don't let my son handle this caterpillar. But the woman, she don't really pay attention to that. Now, the woman eventually called somebody that caterpillar, they need to track it down. They can finally track the caterpillar down. When they went to go and take it, that was when problem now started. This guy now said that the woman sold the caterpillar to him. The woman said, that's not true. I didn't sell no caterpillar to you. That was how they started dragging this matter. Next thing, they said, okay, show us payment receipt that you paid this woman and show us the sales agreement. Payment receipt? No, there's no money that was transferred to this woman. Do you know what the guy did? When they came to Nigeria, you know that kind of service when I go chop for eatery, the woman will say, okay, let's pay for this, let's pay for that. The guy now calculated all that money. All those, we go chop 50,000, we go buy this 100,000, we go do this one. The woman will say, please, can you transfer this? Can you transfer that? Because she was also doing a land thing. Which this particular guy, now that land old thing that she was trying to secure, this particular Kevin Onyaeze brought a lawyer where she paid him 1 million naira. So anytime the lawyer needs money, they just get some money, that, okay, just help me transfer. Do you understand? Not knowing that this guy was calculating on the money to go and tell the woman that that's the money for the caterpillar. Then the woman said, no, that is wrong. We never had any agreement. Next thing, when police asked the guy now brought out a sales agreement. But in the sales agreement, here comes the forgery. Look at the sales agreement. There was no duration of payment, but let's quickly go straight to the signature. If anybody had the signature, they got. Let's where small picky they play. See all this right up. People like where children they play. People like where children they play. Anyways, document was obviously forged, and the woman said she never signed anything. You understand? They drag this thing go court. They drag go court. This is an order. After police investigated, they drag it to court. This is an order. The court said they should hand over that caterpillar to the woman because the guy no get any proof, say he give the woman money for anything. And the original document, because they asked the guy, where's the original document of this caterpillar, of this bulldozer? He no gets. Original document is with the woman. So how did you get it? So he forged a document. And up till now, he's still giving the woman headache because say the woman a woman. So now, what I will do now, I'm going to be writing a petition on behalf of the woman, so that the Nigerian police, his signature, they kill me. So that the Nigerian police will investigate again, and they will bring him in for forgery. You understand? So that's how it's going to start. They will bring him in for forgery. So, Mr. Kevin Onyaeze, I know you don't live in Nigeria, but as you come Nigeria, you better be prepared. You understand? If you land at airport, me they pay you. You understand? But I'll give you an option because I'm fair. I'm a very nice person, right? They call me the online police for a reason. I'll give you a very fair option. The fair option is that you should shut your trap up and sit it out. Do you understand? But if you want to go, continue. You understand? I derive pleasure in sending people that forge documents to prison. I have a title now, billionaire oppressor. So be careful if you oppress you. Anyways, peace and love don't play. So I'm writing a petition tomorrow to the police for investigation of this document. And mind you, forgery if you carry you 7 years or 14 years. Anyways, man, don't talk too much. Peace and love don't play. So I'll be representing the woman. And there, you better get ready for protest. You will protest again. You will protest big time. I'm going to go and bring him out. I'll discontinue the case. Easter don't pass. You get a lot. They beg me. If I won't consider, I'll just think about you. I will say, I be man who withdraw. You can't learn. You people learn the hard way. Don't play.